homeowner has just enough money to purchase 87.5 feet of fencing material for his backyard. He wants to use this material to enclose a rectangular garden with the largest area possible. The homeowner plans to use this back of his house as one side of the garden. He really only needs to fence three sides. If x represents the width and of the garden, label the diagram below. So 87.5 would be x and equal to 2x plus l, and will be equal to 2x minus 87.5. Okay, write an equation for the area of the garden as a function of the width. So area will be equal to length into breadth. So area is equal to length is x and breadth is 2x minus 87.5, which is equal to x is equal to 0, 2x is equal to 87.5 and x is equal to what is the maximum possible area of this garden? So the maximum would be 0 plus 43.75 divided by 2, which is equal to 21.875. So it will be equal to 21.875, and putting this value in the equation we will get a 21.875, which is equal to 957.031. What are the dimensions of the garden with the maximum rate? Dimensions would be 21.875 multiplied by 43.75 feet. Let's say the homeowner decides that it's better to have the garden out in the sunshine and not right up beside the house. He will now need to use 87.5 feet of fencing material to enclose all four sides of the garden. If x represents the width of the garden, label the diagram and write an equation for the area of the garden with the function of the width. So it would be x What dimensions would yield a garden with an area of 300 square foot? An animal coral is to be formed by fencing a rectangular area in an open field. The coral must also be split in half by fencing in order to separate the cattle from the chickens. Given out it only you have 200 feet of fencing material for this coral. What are the dimensions of the coral with the greatest possible area? The yearbook staff at Riverdale High School is in the process of mounting photographs from the homecoming activities for the yearbook. Each photo will have a uniform border around the outside and to be mounted on 8.5-inch and 11.0-inch page. If X represents the width of the border, label the diagram with the dimensions of the photograph. Express area. If the border is 3 inches wide, what is the area of the photograph? If the editor wants the photograph to have an area of 56 inch square, how wide should the border be? A gardener wants to build a walkway of uniform width around his rectangular garden. The garden itself is 16 feet long and 12 feet wide. If X represents the walkway, then represent on the diagram. So it's 16 feet long and 12 feet wide. If the gardener had only 350 square feet of space to use in the total, what width should he make the walkway? Farmer Don wishes to construct a rectangular chicken pen using his band for one of the sides. The other three sides will be constructed out of 80 meters of chicken wire. He can make his pen a variety of shapes, long and thin, short and fat, square, or any shape in between. We want you to remind which rectangle shape will be given to him to the maximum area. Suppose farmer Tin decided to place the pen away from the barn where he would have to build all four sides. If he still has only 80 meters of the chicken wire, how big can he make the pen? Area would be Mr. Davis is planning on mounting an article about his son on a sheet of 10 inches by 12 inches. Paper such a very uniform border. What X would be the if Mr. Davis wants the border to be 2 inches, then it would be if Mr. Davis needs 60 inches for his article, then how wide would the border be? You want to expand your 16 feet 24-foot garden by planting a border of flowers. That border will have the same width around the entire garden. If the entire garden including the flowers takes up to area of 660. A rectangular garden is to be fenced to create three separate zones equal in size as shown in the print. The farmer has 300 yards of the fencing material available. If x represents the width of the each zone, write an equation to the model the total area of the three zones. A rectangle is bounded by the x-axis and the y-axis with a vertical line on the b as shown below. Write the equation of the base of the rectangle in the terms of x. Base. What is the equation for the height of the rectangle in the terms of x? Height would be equal to minus 1 by 2x plus 20. Write the equation of the area of the rectangle. Area would be equal to x into minus 1 by 2x plus 20. What are the dimensions of the rectangle for the largest possible area? 20 into 10 units. Monica needs to enclose the rectangular pen for her piglets. Monica has only 220 feet of the fencing material, so she will use 60 feet of shed as part of one side of the fence. In the diagram below, calculate the largest possible area of the dimension.